Now, finishing an entire bag of potato chips or eating far more donuts than planned may often just be seen as an indulgence or a harmless lack of self-control. What if it isn't that simple? Consider this. More than 40% of America is obese, millions more overweight. The United States Health Secretary has just dropped a weighty bombshell over why he thinks this is the case. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. says America's obesity crisis may have been engineered, not accidentally, but deliberately. According to him, the same companies that once hooked millions of people onto smoking have also helped design the ultra-processed foods that people struggle to stop eating today. In a 7/7 WABC radio interview, Kennedy Jr. accused big tobacco companies of reshaping the modern food industry. He says tobacco giants looked for a new product when cigarette lawsuits mounted and regulations were tightened. That new product was food.
They used chemicals and softeners to hijack our brains. The food tastes good, it smells good, but it has no nutrition, so it doesn't fill you up. So you keep stuffing your pie hole all day. That's what makes Americans obese.
In the 1980s, companies like Philip Morris and R.J. Reynolds bought major food brands such as Kraft, General Foods and Nabisco. These are household names producing Oreos, macaroni and cheese and Lunchables. Kennedy Jr.'s claim is not that tobacco is mixed into food. Instead, he says that the science of addiction, which was once used to perfect cigarettes, has been redirected towards engineering food that keeps people eating. Well, these are foods designed to trigger cravings, encourage repeat consumption and make quitting them surprisingly difficult. And science is now catching up. Researchers say ultra-processed foods can behave like addictive substances, triggering compulsive eating patterns similar to those seen with alcohol and tobacco. Well, the US is the biggest market for ultra-processed food consumption, followed by the UK, Australia, South Africa and Mexico. These foods are not made in home kitchens. They're built in factories. The ingredients are essentially broken down, altered and reassembled. They're packed with sugar, salt, fats and flavor enhancers that make eating effortless and irresistible. In the United States, they account for nearly 60% of daily calories, and high consumption of these foods has been linked to numerous health problems, including greater risk of heart disease, obesity, depression and anxiety. A University of Kansas study supports Kennedy Jr.'s concern, suggesting tobacco firms may have applied addiction-driven strategies to processed foods. By the early 2000s, tobacco companies largely exited the food business, but Kennedy Jr. says they left behind a powerful legacy, a food system optimized for craving and not nutrition. He calls it a public health emergency and is part of his push to make America healthy again. A call to rethink how food is engineered, sold and regulated. But there's one thing the US Health Secretary has not touched upon: smoking itself. Many would say that for someone to blame tobacco firms for a health crisis and not condemn smoking is an obvious contradiction. But if Kennedy Jr.'s claims are true, then perhaps the US obesity crisis is not just about self-control, but also about a business model designed to keep you coming back to those sweet calorific treats again and again. The world doesn't fit in boxes, so why should your news? From battlefields to negotiation tables, from internet outrage to real-world injustice. The conversations everyone is having and the ones they're avoiding. It's the same show, but this new year, Firstpost America gets a new look. I'm Cary Johnston, and this is Firstpost America.